Welcome in everyone, James here, and I've got something a little bit different for you today. In this video, I'm going to be playing the Dark Onslaught Dungeon, but with a bit of a twist. There's only a few people involved at the minute, but I'm hoping that this thing gets pretty widespread because for me, I've completed everything. Everything is leveled up. I don't have all the heroes leveled up just yet, but I've pretty much completed everything, and we're all getting a little bit bored. So something to breathe a little bit more life into one of the more boring areas of the game is definitely something that gets me excited about playing the game. I mean, I've only been doing one or two floors if there's good rewards on it for the past couple of months, and yeah, it's giving it a little bit more life for me. So yeah, if you're feeling like that, then come and join in. What it is that we're doing is we're timing ourselves on fighting the Dark Onslaught Dungeon and just posting our times on the Knighthood server, kind of comparing and figuring out new strategies to beat the flaws quicker. Obviously, there's always going to be some tricky flaws like Ajax and stuff like that, but we're working around that. We're posting times, and yeah, it's pretty fun. So if you are kind of end game, come and have a go and let us know. Now, if you are not end game but you're watching this anyway, I am going to clarify this is my damage hammer. Now, this one is not a main weapon, okay? This is the one that I'm going to be using mainly in these videos, but this is not a main weapon. This is a main weapon. Now you'll see this one has 200 rift power because this is the one that I use in the rift. Because what it does is it gives me a ton of survivability with protect, and then I get weakened from my weakened hero Logan, and then I'm pretty much invulnerable in that. It's got focus on it as well. That's going to help me gain rage with the Maverick Gauntlet and just deal a little bit more damage with my punches. And then I've got one Fury chance as well, which is just going to increase the damage from my punches from swinging this weapon. This is for survivability and for pushing further than you should, and for things that where you might die, like the Atlantico roaming monsters, the Expert Rift, all that kind of stuff. This one is for things outside of that, like easy roaming monsters, portals, and the Dark Onslaught Dungeon, and all that kind of stuff, where you just really want to just press auto. And then I've got this one, which is a bit of a combination because the Protect Charms are unique. I've got three other slots here, and I've put some crit damage in there because I am planning to do a video with this weapon. I'm just kind of putting it off, and I haven't gotten around to it yet. But these are the weapons that I'm going to be using because they've got extra damage on them, which in turn will give me more speed in these floors. And those are my three weapons. You can see that this one is quite clearly for the Rift. So just kind of clarifying on that. If you are newer and you are following my guides, absolutely make yourself a protect weapon because that's going to help you complete the story mode, get yourself into the Rift, do all that stuff that you need to be doing to kind of get to this level of end game, to kind of get you there earlier. You've got to go through the motions. You've got to get yourself into the rift and start fighting when you are low rift power, and then build up all that rift power and all the rest of that stuff that comes after that. But yeah, this is your best option for all of that stuff. I'm just not going to be using it in these videos. Now, I'm also going to be using side builds quite a lot as well because each floor, different types of enemies, different heroes will be better. So I'm swapping classes with the loadouts, and honestly, we need more loadouts. So doing a video where I can showcase myself using loadouts, if it helps to get us more loadouts, then it's a win-win. But yeah, honestly, you want to get free. So here I've got rogue, mage, and my main build warrior. Now, while I am talking about loadouts, one thing that I do want to mention is people will see old players like me using weird builds and kind of weird heroes, Queen Critter and Hermes and all that stuff. You don't use them to play the game. You use them as a defense build. So when you see this shield icon here, that means that it's set as a PvP defense. Now, for me, I've put my normal set that I use to play the game so that if you click on my character, you will see what I am using. Now, if you click on someone else, let me go into here, let me find somebody. Use my fantastic core leader as an example here. You will see them using Critter and Hermes. And you'll be like, oh, well, that pair must be proper good because everybody's using it. That's just the defense. So when you click on someone, you don't see what they're actually using. You see whatever is set as their defense. So copying people is probably not the best thing to do because you will see heroes specialized for defense, not actually playing the game. See, warriors will always have Kreia and Irmas equipped on defense, but the best pair to actually use is Logan and another hero for PvE stuff. So yeah, don't take too much stock into that. And I've been talking for ages, so let's get into some of these Dark Onslaught runs. I'm going to show you two in this video. So in this first clip here, this is the first time that I attempted to do these speed runs, and I've got a little stopwatch there on the screen just so that you can see everything is legit. And this time I'm starting out with the mage side build equipped, and that's because I think I wanted the mage on the second floor. And because I've only got 3 loadouts, I also wanted rogue, alchemist, and warrior as well. So I'm starting out with the mage class equipped. So essentially, I'm utilizing 4 side builds, even though I've only got space for 3. And these are the flaws straight away. So for the first one, I'm wanting to use Bayani just to try and get exposed on this enemy. Now, Bayani is only level 60 for me, but his exposed chance, because it only hits a single target, it is incredibly high and it usually just works. So I'm kind of hoping it's just going to work. I'm equipping the Champion's Gauntlet here just to speed him up. He will charge in 3 moves with a upgraded Champion Gauntlet or Lawful Gauntlet, which again is pretty good for this. Now I've got the axe attuned to Golem as well. It's got those damage charms on it, so the damage I'm going to get is going to be pretty good. Now we're still workshopping the rules on this, but as far as I know, we're not using potions for these runs. We are starting from the Dark Onslaught screen where it shows you all the floors to the victory screen on floor 5, and that's what we're timing from. The second one here, I've got Militia attuned on the hammer, and I'm going with the Rebel Gauntlet and Alder. And because I've got the mage build equipped, I wanted to hit him with Alder. Alder didn't deal too much damage, to be honest, but it kind of worked. So having gun leveled up would have probably served me better for that floor. On floor 3, we have got Sister Nona. Now, I switched to the Alchemist build here. That is 4 pieces with Alchemist Hero Charms on it. And I wanted to use Geber to try and one-shot her. I couldn't find him. I wanted to use Geber to one-shot her on the back row. Unfortunately, it didn't work, which slowed me down even further. She's on floor 3 here, so I'm spamming Geber's base power here, and yeah, it just didn't work. It didn't land a crit or anything like that, and left her with just a sliver of health. So I had to charge up Geber again, which I messed up because I pressed auto, and then it used Samael's base power, which set me back even more. And yeah, I just kind of lost the plot a little bit once it didn't hit her, once it didn't kill her in one shot, and then started panicking. And then for floor 4, I went to the rogue build because it's freaky and I have Kira leveled up. Now, if you have Petra leveled up, she does well as well. Because they both hit single target with their base powers, but Petra will put burn on as well, which will give you a little bit of extra damage. And I think if you take a mage speed gauntlet, Petra will charge up a little bit faster as well, taking 4 moves rather than 5. And I stopped auto there to use Kira's base power at the end of turn 2 and got that done pretty quickly. And then on floor 5, we had Krella, and yeah, warrior class, warrior speed gauntlet, that is the Valiant gauntlet, and you just slap her with Hermes. Hermes takes 5 moves to charge, so you do have to go into the second turn. But if you have some warrior power, Hermes' base power is the strongest in the game because it has recoil. And if you have some warrior charms, that will deal with her pretty efficiently. And I finished that one in 3 minutes and 25 seconds, 3 minutes 26, somewhere around there, which wasn't too bad. We had one guy in the server, AK, he beat it in under 3 minutes. It was like 2 minutes 15, 51 or something. Absolutely could not catch him. And then here is the second clip that I have for you. Okay, so that's all my loadouts set. I've got my little stopwatch on the screen again, and let's try and not make the same mistake as I made yesterday with Geber. Now, for the first floor, I'm doing it exactly the same. I've got the axe attuned to Golem, and I'm looking for Bayani. I can't find him. I've got a Champion's Gauntlet to speed up Bayani. I just want to get Expose off because his Expose chance is quite high because he only hits a single target, and the axe is dealing pretty good damage there. Bionic Expose, and then the axe should finish him. Yeah, pretty quick for the first one. On the second floor, I'm doing the same tactic as yesterday. I'm keeping the rogue build and Lawful Gauntlet to speed up Kira and Kira. And any other hero, it doesn't matter. I just want to deal some damage with the axe here, putting it on auto straight away, and then hopefully Kira's base power. I just had to stop auto because Camille charged up, and I don't want it to use Camille's base power, so that will have slowed me down. I shouldn't have chosen I shouldn't have chosen another rogue. To be honest, especially one that charges faster than Kira, that was stupid. The next one is Sister Nona again on the third floor, exactly the same as yesterday. Now I'm switching to the Alchemist build, and I've got all 5 pieces this time just to try and make sure that Geber doesn't fail. I've got the Holy Gauntlet to speed Geber up, and any other hero, it doesn't matter. I'm going to try and use Geber's base power as soon as possible. It takes 5 moves to charge, so I'm hitting auto for the first turn. And it worked. Thank God for that. What's on next floor? I can't remember. Goblin. Okay. So for this one, I'm gonna go for warrior class. I'm gonna try Ericsson here. Ericsson swipes the whole front row, so his damage will be lower than a single target enemy. But because he's strong versus goblin, and I've got some warrior charms, I'm hoping this goes well. I've got the Valiant Gauntlet there. I'm just going to auto through the first turn because he takes 5 moves to charge. And we're going to end this turn with Ericsson base power. Oh, that was anticlimactic. He didn't do right a lot of damage there. Should finish him this turn with the hammer. Yeah, there we go. Final flaw. This is the one that I'm worried about. We've got Ajax. I'm going to use the warrior build for this. Erin. Erin. Erin to deal damage with her rage power. I'm hoping he summons some cult because I'm going to stun them. No, he summoned beast. This is not going to go well at all. The stun probably won't work. Let's try. Oh, stun failed. Um, because if you stun one of the enemies, then he won't summon any more. But then the cult enemies, the stabby cults that he summons, they are vulnerable to stun. This works every time, and when he summons beasts like that, yeah, it's properly thrown me off. So I'm just going to try and get through this as quick as I can. I bet people have already beaten it. To be honest, this one is not the quickest. I tried to stun the beast again, it didn't work. Now he's summoned again, it's all going wrong. I'm gonna try and rage to see how much damage I can get. Her rage is distributed, so more enemies equals less damage. And he's gonna summon again because I can't stun. Because yeah, this is all just going wrong. This is painful. Look at my HP as well. Oh my god. I'm just gonna concentrate on finishing it and forget about how quick I'm going. Because yeah, it's not going well. Alright, I should get him. I should get him if I rage in a minute. I'm gonna use Melissa base power to fill the rage. Any power will fill rage with the chaotic gauntlet, but if you use an alchemist, you get a little bit extra rage, and it still didn't kill him. Oh my god, that was terrible. Anyway, that is my time, 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Definitely not the best. I did better yesterday, but yeah, that is the time. Ajax really didn't want to play nice then. But that is it from me. That's what we're doing. We're trying to speed run the Dark Onslaught Dungeon. If you're an older player and you're looking for something for a bit more excitement, come and give this a go. Come into Discord. Let us know how fast you're going or how slow you're going. You let us know what your best time, and let's have a bit of fun with it. That is it from me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I have been James B09. Good luck out there.